Now that we've done the rough cuts of the mortise and tenon for the sides and the shelves, I want to set up the feet because we're going to need to glue these together, and then while the feet are drying, we'll refine the mortise and the tenon fit and get that set up. And I have here a chunk of board that has this knot down here that we're not going to want. And what we're going to need is a little over 10 inches each for a rough cut, and this guy is 21 inches down to the knot. So I'll do a little under 10 and a half. Let's do 10 3/8. And actually I want to shave the end off. Now I'll probably do that later. So I'll do 10 3/8 and then same on the other side to get rid of that knot. So we're cutting our foot blanks here, and I want these to be close to the same length, so we'll finger flush on this side, set that up, hold that down, get that out of the way, hold this, and I got rid of the knot, so the knot is trash. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to glue these face on face and get them as aligned as possible, and use a whole bunch of clamps here to make sure that we have a good connection. And then once that's all dry, we can shave down the side, cut our 2-inch wide strips for our feet, and then cut them to 10 inches long so that we have a nice rectangular solid block into which we're going to cut a mortise to accept the sides, and then we're going to see about shaping it. Alright, I've got my paper to protect the tabletop, pile of clamps, glue, and we're going to want to make sure that there are no gaps here. So if you have seriously warped wood that doesn't nest nicely, that's not going to go well. But these boards seem to nest pretty well, and we're going to use a lot of glue. We want to make sure that we have no gaps, and this is a solid connection. Normally I would just use my finger, but this is enough here that I think I'll just use the stick all the way around. We're not going to worry about slap off the sides because we're going to cut that off anyway. Spread it like peanut butter. It does kind of look a little bit like watery peanut butter. Alright, so put these guys together, work them around, and then we're going to start clamping. And we're going to want to clamp all around to get even clampage. So I'm going to start with a very light clamp here. Very light clamp because I'm going to want to keep sliding these around to get as square as possible, to get these edges lined up as much as possible, because I want to make sure that when I cut it, it's safe to cut on the table saw and the chop saw. They're not shifting. And here. Alright, now, while that guy's drying, we can go work a little bit on firming up the mortise and tenon connections on the sides and the shelves.